Leech Death Knight does seem to be the best deck after the mini set came out, and it's definitely pretty proactive with a lot of control tools and very hard to deal with. So I'm gonna give you a quick updated guide about this new deck, or somewhat new deck, but yeah, it does have some new things we haven't seen before much, so you guys know what to do with and against this deck. If you find the video helpful, a like and subscribe would be great, but now let's get into it.
You are not prepared!
Here's the deck up close, and like I said, it does have a few proactive things in it, and the main ones would be the couple of Stitch Giants, which really do come off really easy around turn 5 or 6, because you do have plenty of ways to be spending corpses, especially with things like Exarch Maladar, which would be the easiest, like something like Exarch Maladar into a Ziliax straight up is enough corpses spent for the Stitch Giants, which could be absolutely insane, and you do have plenty of ways of gaining those corpses with things like Morbid Swarms, with the Dreadhound Handlers, Sanguine Infestation, and also you could be discovering some interesting things at a Creature of Madness, which also is quite the cool tempo card you could be adding into this deck, and it's actually one of the highest performers. We have the whole Leech package in here, hence the name. So you still have the Infested, the Sanguine, the Hideous Husk, and that can be pretty disgusting for the opponent. We also have a Dream Planner Zephyrus in here, which a lot of people could swap out for a Chill Fallen Baron if they feel like it, but in Top Legend people have been slapping with this thing. At least the Navigator can be pretty awesome, you could be using her in all sorts of different ways, but a lot of the times getting the plus attack would be the way to go, because opponents can't really handle your leeches too often. So if the opponent does leave you with a bunch of leeches on the board, you could give him with +1 or +2 or heck even +4 in some games, and that would be tons of damage. Grifta is also in here for some cheeky stuff, like being able to steal the opponent's big stuff or just getting that extra 6 damage could be important, and card draw also ain't no joke. Xavius can give you a lot of discoverability. Single copy of Corpse Explosion is also in here, so you don't actually have that much control in this one. You don't have the Pyro combo, you don't have too much Corpse Explosions, but you still have a single copy. If you feel like you need a second one, you might consider swapping something out for it. Foam Render can also close out the game a little bit sooner for you. Reanimated Pterodax is also another card that spans corpses for you quite easily. So again, if you manage to get all those corpses, you could be dropping those for free, as well as Stitch Giant like that, which could be huge. Exarch Maladar definitely is very strong in this deck, and you could be doing all sorts of broken things like Exarch Maladar into Naralex, into Ferak or Ysera, and also maybe drop some Giants, that can be pretty busted. And like I said, he's a great way to be spending tons of corpses for the Stitch Giants to drop cheap. Hideous Husk still pretty strong in the deck, helping you suck even harder. Headless Horseman you could be swapping out for Killjaden if you feel like that's gonna fit better for you, but he is also a removal card. He also gives you some extra steam for later on, so he is definitely not a bad inclusion, and he is a little bit more proactive than Killjaden is. Not to mention he's not destroying your good deck to swap it out with random BS, which in some cases could be good, but in most not really. Naralex, like I said, cheats out both Ferak or Ysera for you. You don't have any other dragons in here, but these are enough. You even have Shelldrassil in here, mainly so you have yourself an 8 mana card, so that Elise is actually active, but also it's just a single card with tons of value in it, so you really can't go wrong as long as you have room in your hand, which sometimes you actually won't. Ferak, as random as ever, sometimes he gives, sometimes he takes, but more often he gives. The Stitch Giants are also pretty busted, a lot of stats for 0, definitely ain't no joke, and a lot of opponents can't really handle that, especially some rogues would be struggling with something like this relatively early, so definitely one of the main reasons why this deck is so strong right now. It does actually counter rogues well. Ysera is also pretty lovely in here, getting all of that extra mana definitely does help nice and early. We also have Ziliax, who's the twin module plus perfect module, so you could be tempoing that guy out for even extra damage early on. And last but not least, we have the Ceaseless Expanse, so you can do some cheap stuff later. The deck is jam-packed with value. You could even jam-pack even more value if you feel like it, like something like Marin the Manager could actually feel okay, something like Bob, that kind of stuff, but yeah, the deck really does have a lot to offer, and it is doing crazy good in even Top Legend. This particular variant doesn't have much sample size, but I'm pretty sure the Chill Fallen Baron variant is, and yeah, here's one, here's another. Yeah, let's check this one out. Literally just change Zephyrus to Chill Fallen, and this is the exact deck, and here's what it looks like. You don't really have any bad matchups. The worst you're gonna go is 50-50 with Protoss Priest, so that says a lot. And like I said, you were favored in the Ferak Rogue matchup, so that is great. Let's use this one for the mulligans as well. And here's what it looks like. Just don't forget we do not have Chill Fallen in this one. But if you feel like you don't want to be including Zephyrus, you definitely could. So yeah, here's what it looks like. You want to be curving off with a nice early game, and if you're curving into some of your expensive cards, you might actually keep 1 or 2 of those. On the coin it's much of the same stuff, but here it's even more profitable to be keeping things like Exarch Malador, for instance. Sanguine Infestation definitely is great. Elise or Nightmare Xavius could be awesome. Heck, you could even consider a Hideous Husk depending how good your curve is. All around that's it for the deck. It's expensive as hell, but yeah, Death Knights with control packages usually do go that way. But if you're into this thing, if you have the cards, definitely one of the best decks right now. Hope you found the guide helpful. If you did, like and subscribe would be awesome. Now let's check out some of my games on my road back to top legend with it, where we are still not in legend, but we are playing against top legend players. At least their MMR is, so don't worry about the quality of game, people still know what they're doing. Hope you enjoy.
The Lich King versus Valera.
I never turn down a good draw.
Okay, that sounds good. Firak really wanted to be a part of this. It is Firak Death Knight after all, right guys? Psycho Rogue of all people. Who does that? Who does that? I'll still tap into it so that the Sanguine has a much easier time sucking whatever this guy's putting on. New stuff right there. Zadie ass. Dude, Cyclone Horde. 6 mana giants already. Let's get more sucking involved. And even a couple of 1/1s on the boards. So if he does get some meteors, we have a chance of living. Wouldn't mind getting these husky boys out. That's a lot of card draw. 0 mana giants are in my future soon. He has them at 2 mana right now. Sure. Give a coin, take a coin kind of deal. Let's keep on sugging. Could also tempo this guy, but I could also save it for this guy and maybe do some Ziliax next turn, huh? That's also valid. Okay, I think it's Celiac's time. Even though, no, I won't be able to pull it off, so I guess Headless Horseass ought to do it. Headless Horseass. Or, hear me out, I could also put more sucks on. I think I'm gonna do this instead. Could kill it with this, costs a lot of corpses, but it gets the job done and still leaves me with crap to do. Yeah, why not? Ooh. I was hoping that makes it playable right now, but I guess not. This guy shuffled those asteroids deep inside. Deep inside, guys. Oh, I guess it's finally time for him to get some asses. Asses of the masses. Or that.
I guess.
Wow, that was painful. Poor bastard couldn't put a giant for the life of him, apparently. Poor bastard right there.
The Lich King versus Aileen.
You said add more cards, no longer.
Against the Demon Hunter, I'd rather throw the whole lot and try to curve off better.
My wool itches for war.
Okay, man's gonna start clapping me. I think it would be advised if I Dreadhound his ass. We do have plenty of 2-drops, so let's just do that. Hey, thank you for the Prime, Odin. How's it been, brother? How you doing? How you doing? This would be massive against this man. This thing has charge. It's kinda cool. Giving it divine spell and whatnot. This would be a 7-9. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's just get the charge. Yeah, it could, but I think we should be fine against his silly with Morbid Swarm anyway. I believe. I'm not gonna be playing this guy right out. Let's see what this guy also... No, let's potentially delete the board with this man's. How's it going? How's it going? Okay, that's interesting, but not really. Not against this guy, at least. Go ahead and do this, make the trade first, and then do this so we can actually be a lot more resilient against them. I could have also gone with Sanguine there though, I don't know. This was probably better. Especially if he can't handle the Divine Shield, but if he has location, that's as good as handled. Doesn't. Fascinating behavior. Sadly, the suck is not gonna kill. I'm just gonna go with this thing instead then. It's a nice little taunt. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. Nice and taunty. Three instead of one? Who? I don't know what you're asking there. Ew. Well, equality sucks sounds real sucky to me. Sounds good to me, guys. Sounds like that's gonna suck for him, though. That felt sucky for him, though. $360? What the hell, dude? Why? We're gonna be sugging again. Ah, fuck. Idealant. Oh fuck, I'm so good at map, guys. What is up with me? Mildly distracted, aren't I? Distracted of the mildly kind. Oh man. How dare he? Why would he do such a thing? Off the top, people. Okay, nice and sucky. Dude should realize this is pretty over by now. Five mana location should be great. Surely. Thank you. Thank you. Could have played it better, but played it well enough, I guess. Let's get some of that win streak action going. Let's streak some winnings. King. That name's familiar. These cards are not good though. Not like this. Not like this. A little bit early game wouldn't kill me. It would if it's his though. My body is prepared for a little bit of early game, damn it.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
4 mana, cheapest cards, take it or leave it, I guess. Well, I'm gonna summon myself a couple of corpsicles. Get that Exarch Mauler nice and loaded. We could do something broken with it soon. Yeah, pretty much. All around, Death Knight has a lot of broken stuff. That was the card he got, sadly. Oh well. Suck. Let's get rid of this.
Rot number 802, welcome to the collection.
Kinda spit on me there now, didn't I? Fucking hell. Tried to play it cool, but that was not cool. Fucking hell. Try to play it cool right there. Okay, okay, this is good. This is good. Another one. Yeah, the new weapon is actually kind of good, drawing you cards and whatnot. Not the worst. 6 asses in there. Misses me with that shit. Oh shit, who the fuck runs this shit still? Who the fuck runs this shit still? I'ma still go with Suck Suck. Oh man. Oh man. Well, that went good for me there. That went pretty good for me there, actually. It soaked up 4 damage for free. Okay, we have 9 corpses, so I could actually tempo out Ziliax right now, or Narrowlax Sarah maybe. Narrowlax Sarah is also pretty bustin'. This guy tempoed the shit out of me though. Exarch, Nerlex, and Sarah don't do that much for me. I'm basically full health for Ziliax too though. Ferak is kind of fun here. Could go either way though. It's gonna go our way, man. Like, what's the worst that can happen, dudes? What is the worst that can happen? No, seriously, what's the worst that can happen? And turn's not flashing. Apparently we won. Yeah, we drew 0 spell. Okay, that's what seems to be the fuck. My button's still not glowing green though. Guess that's why. This might be interesting. Okay, 15 off lethal for him. Surely he never kills us here, but what does he do here? Nothing. Looks good to me. Is that right? He is kind of dead. He is giga dead. Sucks to be that guy. Well, Ferak gave that time. He didn't bite our dick off there. Yeah, pretty much. He was forced as fuck, boy. Forced as fuck. Yeah, that was a cruisin'. That was a cruisin' for a bruisin'. Hey, how's it going, Potato? It's been a while, brother. Where you been? How you doing? Against the Priest. There's the fabled Sarah combo, but a little bit too slow in it. Let's try to curve into it. I think. Went to the sea? How dare you? How dare you have a life? Come back. Is Quest Mage dead? No, I actually saw some decently performing variants, so you might want to give those a check. Yeah, it's still pretty up there. From Diamond to Legend, it's actually performing. Okay, that's not ideal, but could have been worse, somehow. Okay, and there's that fabled Exarch Molitor again. Let's see if Nerlex comes back, and that'd be bustin'. They're all interesting. Let's just slowball him with this guy, perhaps. Doesn't matter going face, he's just gonna heal back anyway, but let's just do this for now. Maybe I still should have poked the Divine Shield though, because now he could copy this and that's gonna be disgusting. I guess he can't now. That ain't too bad, but it ain't too good either. Still discover. Ooh. This only gives it to undeads. I don't have that many of those. This is fine. Let's poke this time. If I don't trade these, this weapon is empty for him, so that's kind of funny. So I'm actually just gonna Xavius here and deny him the way to get himself free 2 rushers out of that. Divine Shield, Wind Fury, that ought to be fucked. I think I'd still just go for Neralex, however, just for the sake of pulling off an obscene amount of stats. So yeah, I'm not gonna allow him to get himself the free 2s. I mean, he can still get himself the fish, what am I talking about? He still has the free freeze in there, so it's kind of whatever. Well, he doesn't play Photon Cannon, so we're not gonna play around something that he has 36% chance of having. But I'll still denying him there the kill, getting himself the free 2s, I'd say is kind of cool. We are gonna save ourselves the corpses for a turn 6 Exarch Maladar. See how that go. Okay, extra corpses, thanks for that. Sure. Not very happy about that, but also not too sad either. Okay. It's just gonna be this plus hero power. Hero power is happening. This is happening. Did I just suck his face? It'd be a 50-50 if I don't. Yeah, let's do it like this. And next turn we could... I mean, it's not gonna be for next turn. It's not great for next turn. This guy has plenty. That ain't bad. Let's do that then. I was gonna go with this instead, but this makes it better. Okay. Well, it's a 50-50 who dies here, but still. If I go with this guy, and he clears everything... What if he doesn't? What if he doesn't? He will. I would still rather kill off this thing. Probably won't kill him though, but with Resuscitate, he does. All he needs to do is kill 2 of these, and that's good enough for me, and now he is gonna suffer. Suffer with passion. Sucks to be that guy, is what I'm trying to say. This discounts a lot for him. Would allow him to have a mothership. The alternative ain't great though. Should be fine. That was quite the bomb turn, as we call it in the biz. Quite the bomb-ass turn. Did not summon the big mommy ship. Guess he's gonna copy one or two of these. Try and remain alive. But is this real life even? Okay, he did clear a lot.
My rule is eternal.
Let's not do this just yet, perhaps. Things are kinda sucky though. He handled my big ass boards.
Find me in the tree.
It's not clearing much, but still, let's do it like this.
We are the voice of iron. We are the voice of iron.
Sucky. Sucky. Can handle both the big men, but I'd say 5 damage AoE is the way to go, isn't it? It's not gonna be the improved variant. Still worth. This might also be killing me though.
Job's done.
This might be killing me. 12 damage out of a single cool asses. He has 5 options for that to be it. Can't play both of them right now, can he? Nope, they cost him 6 mana. There's one. Will he have another one next time? Good news, I can Ziliax. There you go, gives me a second target. Appreciate. Could even do the extra boost on the Ziliax so we can actually survive. Or should we just YOLO it and... Nah, fuck it. We can see he's running on fumes here, guys. Can also return Ziliax back to my hand, you know. Sucks to be this guy.
We are the lilies of iron.
Okay, there's that second bad boy. Okay, not ideal. Well, 5 plus silly is cool and all, but... Got a Zilliax here. If he has another batch of that bullshit, we're fucked. Is it ever Ferrac, guys? Is it ever Ferrac? Ceaseless Expanse into Ferrac, anyone? Ferrac could give me lifesteal. Let's Ferrac first, see what that do. Well, I'm not dead. Ferrac is like Yak, he cannot be trusted. Well, I'm not dead. On board at least. Something tells me he has another one of those though. I should have played this. Right now he could play the Druid one probably. Is it the third? That's not lethal if it's just the only one, but he had to have everything, guys. He had to have everything. Sad. Scammed. Scammed is what that one was. Scam-ginus. Scam-ginus. We almost clutched that one, but had to be a scam. Anyway, it still was a pretty good game. Hope you guys enjoyed watching that one. But yeah, let's see what else we're gonna be playing today. What else should we play?